So, we've just come towards the end of the year, and I just want to say I hope everyone progresses in whatever it is that they want to do. Now that that's out of the way, in other news, I recently came across a lot of talk concerning blogs and YouTube channels, specifically a lot of criticism thrown towards that Fesify guy. Now, tons of people are suggesting that Festify is responsible for inciting beef in the UK music industry, or at the very least, stopping artists from emerging on other platforms, like GRM Daily for example. So, let me first off start by saying, I've seen a handful of Festify's videos, and they were pretty good, but obviously certain subjects can get people's back against the wall. So, again, certain subjects that he reported on, they were a bit blah, so I do understand where people are coming from. The problem is, as a persona or a platform that describes himself as being an online news platform, I get he has an obligation to state his opinions on the state of affairs concerning the industry he's in. I don't know what you want to call it, whether you want to call it urban music or the UK scene, it is what it is. But there's also an obligation to champion these people too, these artists that you're reporting on. If you want to draw negative connections and paint UK rappers, drillers and artists as nothing more than road people that F up constantly or are beefing with other artists without their artist speaking on it first, then surely you'll be classed as instigating. Or you run the risk of creating conflict where there otherwise wasn't one.
You can tell you, but
What was the reason for
The
fucking
reason. So basically, the person who's driving that car spun out of control, obviously. I come, I owned the car. I wasn't driving,
I remember when Getz crashed his car, there was speculation from blog sites and YouTube channels that Getz got caught drink driving and whatnot, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm singling Festify out, because it's a ton of people that move iffy and draw attention. It's like any publicity is good publicity. Crime Nation did the same thing too, saying that Getz was arrested driving with the brackets "must see" when my guy says he wasn't even driving. It was essentially a clickbait ploy.
That don't even post my songs, but they post my misfortune now.
It was like due to so much speculation, Getz released that song, Where's Getz? And Getz made reference to online blogs that won't promote his music, yet that want to clap at small hiccups concerning his career and instigate in that crap that don't put money in his pockets. Of course, if these are mistakes, then it happens, it is what it is. But actively creating a narrative in hopes that you get called out or create a beef is plain stupid. These are people's occupations. It's not like they can go back to work at a 9 to 5 like the rest of us. Can you imagine how many hours they've spent trying to break even? Or even how much money they've had to invest in themselves in order to get put on radio and start doing little shows? So, when artists like E1 cannot get his songs on arguably the biggest platform on YouTube, GRM Daily, because they say he incites violence, and then they send a link of Fesify's video when the fact is the video of a stabbing didn't even concern E1 in the first place, just how much coverage and exposure has he lost due to a report that was worded inappropriately? I think the video was specifically about his part stabbing, but titles got misconstrued and all that. Or somehow they was implicating the wrong guy. I would be pissed. Matter of fact, if anyone ever tried to take money out of my pockets, there would be a problem. Money is one of those things everybody takes seriously. It's accountability at the end of the day, and again, I don't want to just pinpoint him. I remember I made a video about a drill rapper that died, and I messed up and used the wrong picture. That was my fault and I had to be held accountable too. So that's why certain stories I won't touch unless the facts are established or it has a chance of causing detriment to an artist, then I'll stay away from it, because I want people to win. Again, there's another video where Fesify was called out by C-Biz. C-Biz spoke about it in a recent video about how blogs like entertain beef and want to tell people the reason why two artists or two people are beefing when really they have no idea. Number one, the issue is completely made up, or two, the issue goes deeper than the spectators could even imagine, and it's real life, something that is personal. Like, it's one thing to report on news and industry politics, but it's another thing to try and stir the pot and suggest that two artists are beefing in order for fans to pick sides. And we know that's the norm in the industry. At the end of the day, people are swayed by opinions. They are fickle. For example, people went from loving Wiley and thinking he was entertaining to now Wiley can't even get a video on YouTube. People made it seem like Wiley's dead in this industry when the guy actually helped build its foundation. Safe.
I seen shit like putting up. I went on the YouTube and I seen shit like putting up shit like, oh, this is the reason why C-Biz is beefing this guy. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? You don't even fucking know me, bro. Like, with all respect, like, you go on YouTube making these dumb videos about the ground reason why people are beefing, and you fucking make up shit and put bullshit out like in the universe for people to fucking grasp onto that bullshit and believe that this is the reason I'm beefing anyone. You don't even know, man.